Good morning, YouTube. And we had another one today. We're on a ice cream novelty case and what we call an ice cream coffin, because it looks like a coffin, sort of. But we're going to be replacing this power supply and this controller. And when I took the panels off, I noticed that this wire is shorted right there. So we'll be also repairing that wire with some waterproof heat shrink butt connector, waterproof. We're going to repair that wire. So they get down here, get the control panel out, and show you how to check this thing. So thanks for watching, and I'll be back in a minute. Okay guys, got the control box pulled out, and our power supply is located right there, and there's our controller. So what I'm gonna do is got the power off. I'm gonna plug it back up and show you how to check that power supply. Then keep in mind that it is an inverter power supply. Takes the voltage and converts it to DC voltage for the controller. So all right, I'm gonna plug it back up so you can see that. And okay, I got the power back on. This how. This how I was able to diagnose that the power supply was bad. Okay, get down here. All right, got my meter. Okay, I put it on some needle tips. So this end of the board is where your line voltage comes in. On this end, on this plug, it comes out on this end and feeds the other stuff and the controller, but in DC. So here's my meter. And kind of helps have a little needle get down in there. As you can see, I got line voltage there, 210 volts. And going to the controller, if you check on this end, on the third one, and the sixth one, it goes to your controller. And you have to put it on DC volts, and I got nothing. And you can see the controller is blank. Okay. So it's not inverting that power from the 208 to 24 volts DC to power the controller. That's how you can check that. Just remember that it's a power supply, but it's an inverter. Taking the line voltage, inverting it over to DC voltage. The controller is DC. So we're gonna get the power back off and get this changed out. Get this plug undone. All right, I got it unplugged, and we'll just verify that the power is off. All right, we have no power, so let's get this board changed. Luckily, everything's on the plug, so it's real easy to change out. Like so. There is a fuse on here. Check that fuse. Fuse is good. There's our new one. Get this one installed, and it should power up. I put some cardboard under that short up there just for to test this. Then we'll repair that short, and I'm still going to replace the controller just to be on the safe side. So let's get this installed and hooked up. Okay, new board's in, so we're gonna plug it back up for a minute. Check it. Like I said, I got a piece of cardboard under that short. Then we'll get that right there. Then we'll get that short repaired and the controller replaced. And we also got to clean the condenser coil on this unit. Be back in a sec. Okay, got to plug back up. I just wanted to show you on that side of the board. Now I have 24 volts, so there you go, and my controller is on now. But like I said, we're gonna replace that controller just to be on the safe side and fix that shorted wire, and then get this thing back up running and make sure it gets down to -10. So be back with you in a second. Well, it came on. Let's take a quick look. All right, our fans are running, which that's what I wanted to know. All right, so we're gonna shut this back off and get the other repairs made, the controller, repair that wire. And get that coil cleaned. See, that power switch doesn't work. So, that'll be something else we have to check, look at. Power switch not working. You have to probably order them another power switch, but it won't stop the... Okay, guys, we got the bad spot cut out. Use the watertight butt splice. Shrink wrapped them on. This area does get moisture in it, and we want to protect that as much as possible. So that's fixed. We don't have to worry about that. And that is the wire for the heater. That brown one there goes over here. If you look over there, right there, it goes on this one here, and that is going to your heater. So that's fixed. So now we're gonna do the controller and get it closed up and covered up so we can get the temperature to drop. So be right back when I get down on the floor. There's the plug connections. Whew, that bad boy fought me. This is our old one, and this is our new one. Same model number, so everything connected right back. And put on our lock clips. All right, the controller's in. We're all wired back up. So we are ready to put this back, turn it on, get that condenser coil clean, and start letting this thing come down to temp. All right, let's get this. Be back in a second. Okay, guys, we got it. Everything's hooked back up. Because of the location, I need to clean the condenser coil so without flooding the floor. So I like to use Viper coil cleaner for condenser and evaporators. Give it a good brushing. Spread down. Then we'll get it turned on, get the fan on. It'll pull it through, spread again. That'll get it, that coil nice and open without making a mess on the floor. So let's get it on and get this thing starting to drop down in temp. Okay guys, after some technical difficulties, we're back on track. Unit's running. Had to clean out the drain pan, but the fans are going. We got the condenser coil cleaned. Like I said, use Viper. And first time let it go on set, then turn it on, let it run, and it'll let the fan pull it through. Like so. It'll pull that all through, get it all the way through the coil this way. And let the fan pull that through. And we're good to go. So we're gonna put the panels in. And on these, when they've been off for a while, like this one has, if you cover the top with a tarp or whatever you got, you can use to cover the top. It'll help drop the temperature. So, I'm not gonna gauge up on it. Don't think there's anything wrong with the pressures. While this was down, they did clean it out. So get these in. Now, like I said, to help drop that temperature faster, I add a tarp. So we're gonna get this covered up. Okay. Got it covered. We use that to help it drop the temperature. Then we'll get the baskets and stuff put back in. It's set for -10, so that's what we're shooting for. So, and we're already down to 34 degrees. So there you go. We're gonna let this drop and I'll be back in a minute. All right, guys. Units back together. Temperature's come down. Units working. There you go. That's a Sando Vindo and supply, power supply, controller, and cleaning condenser coil. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and share. See you on the next one.